Witaj, Paladyn. I have 2 tips for you right now that can actually help you 10 to 100x your Robux that you earn in Please Donate. Tip number 2 is especially powerful. Tip number 1 is basically to overreact to every single donation you receive in Please Donate. And tip number 2 is to check out this video right here that's called how to earn your first 10,000 Robux in Please Donate. I have 2 tips. What's up guys, today we're going to be remaking my how to earn your first 10,000 Robux video, which is actually my most popular video on my channel right now. I think that video is pretty outdated and I have a lot of new and even better tips for you this time. Let's get into it. Oh wait guys, before we get into the video, I just wanted to say that if you are coming here to earn 10,000 Robux, which based on the title you probably are, I have a 10,000 Robux giveaway happening in my Discord server in the description below. If you join my Discord server right now, you could enter right away and possibly win the 10,000 Robux. Now, let's get into the video. All right guys, so my first tip is, I'm gonna call it tip 0 because it's really not a tip, it's something that you just have to do, and that is to make buttons in Please Donate. If you do not know how to make buttons for your booth, I have a video about that in the description below. And guys, not only that, but you also want to make sure that your buttons have a lot of variety to them. I start with 10, then I go to 50, then 100. You guys in the description below. And guys, not only that, but you also want to make sure that your buttons have a lot of variety to them. I start with 10, then I go to 50, then 100. You guys never know how rich somebody is going to be. They might be able to give you 10,000 Robux, 100,000, or if you're really lucky, maybe even 1,000,000. You guys want to have buttons from extremely low. You could go as low as like 3 or 4 Robux and as high as 10 million, guys. Have an option for like every amount, because you never know if somebody poor or somebody kind of rich is going to run into you. All right guys, my actual tip number 1 for you is one of the most important tips. I've given this tip before and people always come back and tell me that they've earned way more Robux after they really started using it. And that is basically to have really big reactions to donations. Whenever somebody does their donation, and honestly, it's mostly for their entertainment. Oh my gosh, 1,000 Robux! Alright guys, the second tip I have for you guys is one that for some reason a lot of people actually don't already follow without me having to tell them. So a lot A lot of you guys think it's a really good idea to just be AFK and only be AFK and please donate. And that goes against my tip of basically making friends, talking to people, because that is how you're going to build relationships with people and make people like you. And if people like you, they're going to want to donate you Robux. So they're not going to like somebody just standing there that they have no idea who you are. Or you're going to get significantly less Robux. Honestly, some of the richest people I ever have seen and please donate are part of like big groups of rich people. And they all just keep getting richer and richer because they all stick together as friends, and it really just benefits them and gets them a lot more Robux. All right, guys. Tip 3 I have for you is one that I often use whenever I'm doing my 0 to 10,000 Robux series. Since you guys are here to earn your first 10,000 Robux anyway, you should definitely go watch those videos in the description below, because you'll literally see me working my way towards 10,000 Robux, and you'll see like all the things that I do to try to earn 10,000 Robux in there. The tip I have for you right now is to make sure you're always joining servers that are number one active you see people walking around and people talking. You don't want to have everybody just standing in their spot, not moving. That's a really bad sign. And number 2, also look out for how much people have donated in your server. Make sure if you're trying to get Robux to be in a server that has a good amount of people with at least like 10,000 Robux donated, because those people are a lot more likely to help you out. All right, guys, and tip number 4 I have for you guys is you definitely want to change some of your booth text to make your booth text stand out a little more. And not look just like this boring like white text that is like not really going to catch anybody's eye. You're going to want some colored and also some gradient text on your booth. I will say though that the gradient text does take up more characters, so you will not be able to have as long of a message on your booth if you go gradient. And I have videos on how to make custom colored text in the description below, and also how to make gradient text in the description below. All right, guys, and tip number 5 is to basically think of talents you have right now. Now think them in your head. Like, think real hard right now. What can you do really well? You're gonna want to use that to your advantage to earn more Robux, because I have seen people add people in Please Donate on Discord, make them a piece of art, and then they pay them Robux and then give them the art in return. There's also people who sing for Robux.
Whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore trees.
I've seen so many people crowd around a booth of a good singer and just donate them like crazy. Yourself out there. I think a lot of you guys are really going to struggle with earning Robux, because this one is actually a little bit more important than a lot of you guys think. Now, if you guys have seen my completed completing people's Robux goals videos, you would know that I really like completing goals. And I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people out there who like completing Robux goals. So my tip for you guys is to have a goal on your sign. Don't do some crazy number that is like not going to be achievable anytime soon. They're going to get discouraged. And it's not going to make them want to help you because they're going to think that it's It's impossible for you to reach that goal. Without this next tip I have for you guys, I would literally be nowhere. I would literally have less than 100,000 Robux raised. But if you look, I have 11.7 million Robux raised, and I would say over 90% of that is literally from this tip that I followed, and that is basically to live stream, please donate on YouTube. I know so many people who were nowhere near like a really known status on YouTube. They didn't have that many subscribers anything, but people joined their stream and blimped them, gave them 10,000 Robux. This your entire goal, and one donation just because they were streaming please donate. I would have never even met Hazard or any of the other creators I've met along the way. I wouldn't be friends with Eagle Eyes, and I definitely wouldn't have 11.7 million raised, and a large percentage of that from Hazem himself. Alright guys, tip number 8 has to do with buttons. So not everybody has this right here, the buttons that have images on them like I do, the shirts, but a lot of people do, and I'm sure everybody will probably in the future because this is a beta feature. But even if they don't have that feature, they still have the ability to see the image of your Game Pass whenever they do this. You do not want to let those images go to waste. You could have literally a candy booth. Look, you could be using one of these booths, guys, and be giving out Halloween candy. You could do ice cream, you could do food, you could do drinks. And what I did is I actually have Laquate merch on here, so that actually is a really good idea too. If you can make clothing, you can do that. It just makes their purchase even more valuable because they're actually getting something back in return from it. All right guys, and number 9 is one that I just have to mention because I'd be crazy if I didn't. Will get you at least twice as much Robux in my opinion, maybe even 3 to 10 times as much Robux from my experience. And that is basically to go into a voice chat server. You have to be at least 13 on Roblox to get voice chat as of right now. There's way more rich people there, and the reactions are way better through the mic, so people love donating more because of that. The people that are more mature, there's less bots, so definitely do that if you can, and it'll definitely be worth it. All right guys, my 10th tip for you is to join live streams that give away free Robux. Now you have to be really careful with this one because there are so many fake streams out there that are not actually giving away Robux. They're actually trying to scam you and steal your Roblox account. But lucky for you guys, I did make a video on how to find real free Robux streams in the description below. But by doing this, especially if you're in my stream, I usually give away between 50 and 100 Robux to you every single day, except for especially if you're in my stream, I usually give away between 50 and 100 Robux to you every single day, except for Sundays because I go to church. But if you start to learn people's schedules like mine, you'll be able to join their stream every day and get more Robux every day. That could literally be a constant flow of income for you. All right, guys, and the next tip I have for you is to use ChatGPT to your advantage. I feel like a lot of you guys don't even realize that is just one of many things it can help you do. But guys, if you go into ChatGPT, it can literally